Hello students. Today's my topic is GIMP, but specialization in GIMP is advanced tools. So let's start the topic now. First, in advanced GIMP tools, first we will discuss explain dialogues and docking, use paths, use brushes, work with layers, add text, apply masking. So these one are the main topics, and most important thing is we will do all these topics very clearly. So focus on the topic, students. Dialogues and docking. Dialogues and docking are small movable boxes that appear. Dialogues are small windows dedicated to similar sets of tools. When you group dialog boxes, a dock is created. So, do you understand? Dialogues that can be docked together are called dockable dialogues. So have you seen these two boxes? First is dialogue and second is docking. Dialogue. Layers dialogue display the number of layers in an images. You can add multiple layers to an image in GIMP. The last layer is the background layer or the main image. So we can do work with layers. So students, layers are very important in GIMP because we can arrange each and every layer on each other. So first, layers dialog. On the image window, click the Windows menu. The Windows menu appears. After that, and choose this option, these one pop-up menu will open. Next, third point, points to the dockable dialogues. And next, a list of dockable dialogues option appears. And then after that, see this one is pop-up menu and choose layers. Click on the layer option. Next student, this one is your channel dialog. Student, channel dialogues are related to your colors. So channel dialogues display the color channels of the image. There is an eye symbol to the right of the color channel to the dialog box. So by using the channel dialog, we can choose the color. If you disable this symbol, the color of the image also changes. So you can change the color by using the channel dialog. Come to the next. On the image window, click the Windows menu. These one are steps, students. The Windows menu appears. Points to the dockable dialog. A list of dockable dialog option appears. From this list, you can choose your option, channel option. Next, path dialog. By using this dialog, you can choose your path and create your own path. The paths dialog display the paths created using the paths tools. Next step, the eye symbol to the right of the path indicates that the path is visible. So, if you want to visible your path and activate or deactivate your path, then you need and require to click on the eye symbol. You can also lock paths by clicking the lock path strokes icon. Have you seen this one eye symbol? Click on it and activate your option. Steps. On the image window, click the Windows menu. The Windows menu appears. After clicking on the window menu, then you will see the pop-up menu. Point to the dockable dialog. A list of dockable dialog option appear. Click the paths option. Okay? And now come to undo history dialog. If you want to come to and resume your earlier condition, then you can do by using your undo history dialog. So undo history dialog display the recently performed actions. If you want to go back to the previous action, select the previous action. So if you want to go back, then you need to click on the undo history dialog. You can either undo or resume your earlier condition. Undo history dialog. Undo history dialog display the recently performed options. Next, these are your options. Steps. On the image window, click the window menu. The window menu appears and points to the dockable dialog. A list of dockable dialogs option appear. This one is your pop-up menu. See, fifth option, click on the undo history option. Next is your brushes dialog. So we are having so many brushes. Brushes dialog display the size and type of brushes used to draw objects. So if you want to increase or decrease the thickness of your brush, then you can do it. Brushes dialog steps. On the image window, click the window menu. The window menu appears and this one is your pop-up menu. Again points to the dockable dialog. Fourth point, a list of dockable dialog options appear. Click the brushes option. See, docking. Different dialog boxes can be grouped together using docks. You just need to use the docking, drag the handles to drag and group the dockable dialogs. So students, in your dockable dialog you are having so many options and by using it you can do your task very easily. Place the cursor on the tab of the dialog box you want to dock. Next is your press and hold the left mouse button. Drag the dialog box to the desired window. Place the dialog box in the window. See, this one is your docking box and now you can choose your option using path and docking. And see, when you create paths, curves are created. It means you can create your own path where you want. You can convert them into selections and point strokes. Closed path can be transformed into a section. Okay, so this one is your path, closed path, open path. Both open and closed paths can be transformed into paint stroke. So you can draw your path creating paths. So these one are your steps. On the image window, click the tools menu. See, the tools menu appear. Click the path option. Next is your fourth option, the mouse pointer changes to. It means you can change your path. Place the pointer where you want to begin. And next, click the starting point. It means whenever you want to start your pencil, first you will start your starting point. Same here. A points get started. So these are your steps. Move the mouse pointer in the required direction and click. The second point is created, therefore one path is created. To create a curved path, click in the center of the path and stretch. Next student, so this is the way to create a path. So you can do this one task by using your pencil or paint strokes. So task is very easy. Next is your transforming path. Create the paths on your image. Next, second step, by using this second point, from the tools option dialog box under paths, click the selection from the paths button. Create the path on your image. From the tool option dialog box under paths, click the selection from the path button. The path get started. So now your path has started. Next is your transforming path. On the image window, click the tools menu, point to transform tools. Next is your select the required tool. For example, rotate. If you want to rotate your path, then by using rotate. The rotate dialog box appears. See, this is your rotate dialog box. Under the transforming path, on the image window, click the tools menu, point to transform tools. So you can do it very easily. Under the angle section, drag the slider to change the angle. Click the transforming path. On the image window, click the tools menu, point to transform tool, select the required tool, for example rotate. Rotate dialog box will appear. So under the angle you can do by using your rotate button. Okay students, so these are some options in your GIMP, in your advanced tool. So this one part is clear students, which one tool we have explained till now. So now come to the next, stroking paths. In your stroking paths, student, create and select a path. From the tools option dialog box under the paths, click the stroke path button. The stroke path dialog box will appear. And next, after this task, select the solid color or patterns option to change the stroke line. And next, we will discuss regarding the stroking paths. It means you will mark your paths. From the line width drop down, click the up or down arrow. And next is your click the stroke with the pen tool option and select the required tool from the pen tool drop down list. The result is shown. From the line width and drop down, click the up and down arrow, click the stroke with the pen tool option and select the required tool from the pen tool drop down list. Next, using brushes. Okay students, so different brushes can be used while drawing objects or editing images using paint tools. There are 10 paint tools students. Okay, all paint tool except the ink tool are different brushes. Okay, and next, using brushes. On the image window, click on the window menu, point to dockable dialog, click the brushes option. Next is the brushes dialog box appears. And next point students, on the image window, click the tools menu. So by using this option student, we can do work with the brushes. And after clicking on tools menu will open and point to paint tools. This one is option 7th point and select the required paint tool, for example eraser. If you want to erase anything then you can. If you want to draw, if you want to increase the thickness of your brushes then you can. From the brushes dialog box, click the desired brush. Next, click and hold the left mouse button and drag it over the image. This one is your 11th point student. Okay, and now next we will work with the brush effect is applied. Okay, whatever effect you want to apply on your image then you can do. Now if you want to edit a brush then you can. Right click the brush, a shortcut menu will appear and then after that select the edit brush option. The brush editor dialog box appear. Already I told you, if you want to increase or decrease the size, then you can click and hold the left mouse button and drag the pointer in the required field. And now working with layers. So layers are like sheets on an image. Example, editing the image of a flower. This one is your flower image. Working on the petals and stem of the flower. Creating the two layers, stem and petals. So this one is your layer. If you want to increase or decrease the size of this, you are creating layers. So on the layer dialog, in the left mouse button cursor, click the create a new layer icon. The new layer dialog box appears. And next, student, after this, third point is your third point. This, in the layer name box, enter the desired name. In the width and height box, enter the desired height and width of the layer. So students, you can enter the width and height. Under layer fill type, select the desired option. So you can change the height and width, as well as you can fill your layer according to your choice, and click OK. This is your last option. Click OK. Final. Next is your new layer. Petals will show. Organizing layers. Moving layers. First, on the layer dialog box from the bottom pane, click the up and down arrow to move layers. Example, have you seen these two dialog boxes? Next is your organizing layers. Creating layer group. On the layers dialog box from the bottom pane, click the create a new layer group icon. The layer group folder gets created in the layers stack. So next is your third point. Drag the layer to place them in the folder. Next is your to resume the folder, double click it. Next is your organizing layers. So first, delete your layer. On the layer dialog box, select the required layer. From the bottom pane, click the delete this layer icon. Have you seen this one? From this you can delete your layer. The layer get deleted. So well student, all of you know about it. Whatever formatting you want to apply and whatever organization option you want to apply, then you can select your option. Next, adding text. On the image window, click the tools menu. The tools menu appears. Click the text option. Click the image. A text box appears along with the box to make changes to the font. So if you want to add your text, then you can add your text in your document on your image very easily. Clear students? So till now this one point is clear to all of you. On the tool option window, from the tool section, click the text icon. A drop down list appears. Select the required font. And fourth point is your to change the font size, click the up and down arrow next to the size box. Okay, so this one task is clear to all of you. You want to change your size, then you can. To change the font color, click the color box. The text color dialog box appears. Select the desired color and click OK. Next, click the text box on the image. So place your text box on your image where you want to enter your text. So first set your location. The text appears. Next student, this one is your dialog box and this one shown the inserted text masking. This one is very interesting student. By using this option, you can arrange multiple layers on one layer. So you can create a new picture by combining two or more pictures in GIMP. Layer masking is the process of making or covering some parts of layers so that you are able to create a fine image. So this is your masking. Open the image in the sea. Open the image of the Iceland as a layer. On the image window, click the file menu. These are steps, student. Click the open as layers option. Next is your browse from the right pane and select image. Click open. So the image appear as a separate layer. So we can arrange and combine multiple images on one layer. Adjust the second image according to the first layer. On the layer dialog box, rename the layer of the second image as masking. On the layers dialog box, select the masking layer and right click. A shortcut menu appears. Click the add alpha channel option. Okay. And next is your student. The background of the layer symbol becomes transparent. So now we are capable to do a masking, and 13 point right click the masking layer and click the add layer mask option. The add layer mask dialog box appears. Under the initialize layer mask to section, select the white full opacity option. Click the add button. In the layer dialog box, the layer mask appears. So this one is your dialog box. From this option you can activate or deactivate your layers. On the layer dialog box, from you can choose your layer. So next, on the image window, click the tools option and point to the paint tool option. Select the paintbrush tool. Select the foreground color as black and background color as white. Paint the unwanted part of the masking layer. And next, a new layer is formed. And next, we have completed the masking portion, students.